Okay. Welcome back, YouTube. Or at least YouTube should be receiving me. I wish there's no way on Better TV to like settings, connections. Oh, connect with YouTube. Oh, this is where I can do that. Okay. Yes. Okay, there we go. Wait, I also need to YouTube login Vignon. That's the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, we're gonna pause this music. We're actually gonna get back to the game. Question, should I try and use lossless scaling or should I just play in full screen? I should go fix my general game capture anyway to just capture any full screen application. You know, we're just gonna go. 6 viewers on Twitch. Okay, let's see if Twitch, there we go. Okay, Twitch has picked it up. We're just gonna be playing in full screen, which means I can't mess with anything while I'm doing stuff. Actually, I should check to see. No, okay, I probably need to toggle my connection back to OBS. Or not, or it's just gonna not work. Okay, there we go. Now my stream deck's working again. All right. Let's go back to streaming. This is where we want to be. Come on, pick up the game. You know, I'm gonna try out lossless scaling for this just because I'm getting annoyed. General game, you're gonna go back to just capturing specific window, capture Half-Life 2.exe. What is going on? Why is my computer having a mental breakdown? What is happening? Okay, we're gonna fall back to the good old Okay, I really need to add a button to just be able to toggle my display capture. I'll do that later. Alright, we're gonna actually get started now. Weather settings, I'm gonna have it rain in random intervals. Just, cause I like the rain, but, I don't want it on all the time. Okay, we're just gonna start with Half-Life 1, with Half-Life 2, and we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. Okay, raining already. So, welcome to the Alone mod. I mean, it's exactly what it says on the tin. Actually, low-key, I might just go turn off the rain. It is Half-Life 2, but oh, we're getting another ad break because they started a new stream. Great, okay. Okay, ad break. Why do you have to take so long? Okay. I'm waiting for the ad break to be up before I start explaining, like, kind of the thing with this mod. I mean, if it wasn't self-explanatory. Nope. Da-da-da. I love playing with props on the physics engine. Yeah. Oh, it actually went in there. Oh my gosh, why do ad break take so long? And bear with this one as well. Okay, wait, ad breaks up. So the concept of Half-Life 2 alone is very basic. It's take everybody out of the game. All combat encounters, all regular NPCs, just remove them. And the result is a surprisingly eerie game. It's just, you know, there's just something about it, especially when you're really familiar with the game. Like, you know, I've played this game a lot. I bet Cloudy would honestly get a huge amount out of this, just because, like, these are areas that you are super familiar with when you play this game enough, but they're just entirely recontextualized here. I mean, I'm used to, in just like this one room alone, there's just like several NPCs that have lines that I'm very used to hearing. I mean, you have the guy who's just wandering around back here talking about the trains, just in a line back and forth. Yeah, the guy who's, you know, talks about the water. It's just, it's an undeniably eerie feeling to be walking around a game like this that you're so used to being just full of life, especially because Half-Life 2 as a game world is just really full of life, especially compared to a lot of other FPS games. Because of the large narrative aspect, especially at the beginning, there's a whole lot where you're just, like, in the area of normal citizens. And a lot of FPS games, you know, you're a Marine, you're doing combat encounters, that's the entire point of the game. In Half-Life 2, the narrative is so core to it that, you know, just the simple thing of removing all of the NPCs from the game and removing all the combat results in a distinctly somewhat unnerving experience. I mean, you come to the checkpoint, there's no guards. Not like there should be, at the very least. I can just walk straight over here to the Nova Prospect prison train and, you know, there's just pods back here, empty pods. I can even walk on the tracks and little spots of blood. One of the things that I saw that I heard the librarian mention when I was watching his video for the short time is just the concept of, like, especially when you're playing this, and I kind of sense it with some of the details around. It's like, are you alone? Like, actually? That's what the mod says. It says you're alone, but there's just little things like that blood splat. Because for sure, it's what the title of the mod says, but at the same time, it's just, there's little hints that you may not entirely be alone. Look at that. It's blocked off, but that's where we're gonna go. One of the other things is just with everything removed, there's much more voice, I guess, in movement. Normally you can't get up here. You don't see what's up here. But, with no people, no guards, there's nothing to stop you. No Barney waiting for us either, unfortunately. However much we may wish it. I guess nobody owes us beers here. So, I guess our wallet is safe. Well, my wallet. Jammer, I see you in the chat. I'm curious, do you still have the badge from the Desert Bus stream? Oh, that broke. No, going back up there. Alright. Oh! You have the badge? I should check if I have it. Oh, try putting it on. You know, even if he's not here to tell me to do it. Yeah. Putting things as they should be. Dang it, I can't get it back. I was gonna toss it away now that it was in the can already. Yay, I see it. Of course, there's also nobody picking up rations. No citizens here, just doing their daily routine. I gotta check something. No, I don't. Okay, good. This is probably one of the biggest changes that this mod makes, and it's kind of a very interesting, just general vibe change. Because not only have they removed all the NPCs, but also just like, everywhere's dark. It's quite oppressive, somehow maybe even more oppressive than the normal game is. Just because there's darkness everywhere. In some ways, maybe I should have set this up with VR if there was like a way to do that. That may have been something I could have done. Wait a second. Is this another? Hey, you can go in this building. You can't go in this building in the base game. One of the thoughts that crosses my mind as somebody who likes to tell stories and likes creepypasta a good bit is in some ways, like, this feels like a creepypasta that you'd see back in the day. Just in pure vibes alone of, like, the possible story of either Gordon's too late, Gordon's arrived way after he's supposed to, or just Gordon was put here and there's nobody else. Nobody's left. It's been 20 years since the first game, and for some reason, everyone's vanished. No real explanation why, it just is. One of my favorite things to think about in horror is kind of that more, I would say existential, and that more, I'm trying to think of like a good way to word this, like eldritchy vibe of there's something here, there's something in a place, but it has no reason for being there. It just is. Sure, when you're writing things, you can, you know, you want to a lot of times you want to give something a reason for being, or a reason for being there. But sometimes I think it's scarier when you write something, especially like a monster or some other thing that's just there. Has no reason to be there. It doesn't. It just is. Almost like we are now with this. I mean, with no Combine to fight, we really just are. And it's moments like this where I look at this and I know it's supposed to be here, and it's not. Wonder if I can jump over this though. Aw, man! Invisible wall. I've hit the bounds of the map. The other thing is, like, you're used to the soundscapes of Half-Life 2, and these are way different. You'll hear the hustle and bustle of people, but, none here. Not anymore, I suppose. There's a conversation that I usually like to listen to here, but, no one here to say anything, so... This prop being interactable is always a little silly. And of course, here we have Horror Baby, who doesn't make any sounds like they normally do. No playground memory either. I like the ambience and all, but to a certain degree, I feel like it's a little too... Like, there's a little too much. Kind of. I don't know. You know what? It's fine for now. It's fine for now. Seesaw. I may try and, well... This may not be the easiest mod to, like... Oh. I think that's my own doing. Detected. Automatic medical systems. Yeah, that's definitely my own doing. I just have no clip bound to V for funsies in the base game, so. Administered. Fun interactables like that are what's fun about Half-Life. Hit the loading screen, and we're about to head into the apartment block. I don't want to say that I, like, 100% heard something, but I could have sworn that I heard, like, a door opening. Okay, I'm sure it's fine. Hehe. Sounds of Combine things. No trash to block our way either. Usually we'd have to go to the other end of that hall in order to even get up to the next floor, but with no one here to put trash here, the trash is gone. And with no Combine to block our way, that, you know. In some ways, you don't really realize how much life is in a place until there isn't any anymore. I think that's one of the big things with, like, liminal space photos, especially. Pictures of dead malls, dead movie theaters. It's like, you never realize how populated a place is until it's no longer populated. In some ways, I guess the same could be said sometimes for people whose kids are moving out. you know, I've felt this to a degree with some of my, you know, siblings moving out. It's just you never realize, you know, you never realize it until they're gone, just how much, or, you know, I'm not even sure I know how to describe it exactly. Gotta do that, as always. Same goes for this as well. Bye-bye. I'll need bits of whimsy. I don't want to be super depressive the whole time. Admittedly, this is kind of a very depressing mod. Kind of. I mean, you know. It's Half-Life 2, but you're the only living human. That's kind of eerie and kind of depressing, so... I mean, that's kind of... I'm not sure it's a fear exactly, but there have been times when, you know, like, everybody's left the house, or I can't find people in the house. And it's just like, to a certain degree, I'm afraid that I am the only one left. Like, that is certainly a fear of mine, is that, you know, sometime I'll just walk up and there's no one else. I mean, enough that I started writing a story about it. Admittedly, I'd love to continue making that story, but that's not a right now thing. I've got other projects to work on, other projects to muse about. But, I don't know, there's just something so terrifying to me, especially with the concept of just waking up one day and there's just no one else around. Don't know about you. What about you guys? Genuinely curious your thoughts. Okay, never mind. There's trash right there. I guess it may be the Combine blocking the way up on the other staircase. I don't know. I don't remember entirely. Of course, the mirror doesn't work. I found a script on Game Banana for emulating Half-Life 1 movement. I'm kind of curious how that would work here. Maybe in some of the later sections I'll try doing some speedrunner movement that I'm not very good at. I'm honestly just too used to loneliness. There have been times when I definitely feel that way, when I'm used to just being alone, especially like my freshman year of high school when I had literally like no friends. You know. I can definitely understand that. That's why I'm glad that I found the friends that I have and the people nearby who I can, you know, socialize with, just because, you know, mainly because no one is around where I live. Yeah. I'd say especially though, like, a lot of people complain about social media and stuff, but I mean, one of the big reasons why I spend so much time on you know, well, I'll spend time on Blue Sky is just because, like, I don't know, makes the world feel less lonely, I guess, to a degree. And like, yeah, people like complain about social media, but it's an incredible tool for connecting with people. And even yeah, it's, that was not the time to jump scare me, especially. Oh. I know, like, online stuff is never the same as, like, knowing people, like, having friends in real life, but I'm still glad to have it, and I think it's a good thing to have. It's not the same, it isn't. That's in some ways why, like, VR chat has become slightly more fun to me, though, is just because that makes it feel slightly more like real-life socializing, so... You know, hanging out with friends in that fashion. Oh boy, I've seen this section a million times. This is gonna be weird. Cannot tell you how many times I loaded a red letter day. Mostly just because, like, I was testing Furry Life 2, so there was a lot of loading a red letter day. You know, I'm gonna use the music menu to... Guess that's not working anymore. The reason why I put on Self-Esteem Fund, and I hope to talk about this in, like, an in-depth, like, actual YouTube video or something, is just because Self-Esteem Fund is probably my favorite track from... Self-Esteem Fund is my favorite song from the from the Portal soundtrack, mostly just because I think it really kind of masters the tone of Portal 1. In a way, this mod is very good at invoking similar vibes to Portal 1. You know. Ning says, why have I not modded you yet? Okay, we're gonna go to, Avatar full for a moment, because I'm just gonna... Nixus, I'm gonna make you a moderator so you can deal with the BS that I can't. There you go. There you go, now you can deal with the BS that I can't. So, ban straightforward cutoff arch, I think. I can actually get up here. Haha. Can I get superpower? I can. As I was kind of saying though, Portal in a lot of ways, or Self-Esteem Fund, has the song vibes. This very much has similar vibes to the original Portal 1. One of the things that I've said before, and again, I should make like a video about why I like Self-Esteem Fund so much and why I like the Portal soundtrack for what it is, even though it's not like great casual listening music. The Portal 1 soundtrack is great at hitting home a lot of the feelings that the game attempts to invoke with its level design and with its story and with its atmosphere. Because Portal, while not necessarily a horror game, it kind of skews that direction, actually very intentionally. Self-Esteem Fund, with its kind of discordant, echoey sound, evokes this feeling of just sterile emptiness and loneliness that very few other songs have been able to make me feel, personally. Oh, we've got the crowbar, Gordon Freeman's classic weapon. It's not gonna do a lot, considering the fact that, you know. And it's one of those things where this mod very much, there's a reason why it uses Portal music, and why that's in the offerings of, like, the playlist menus, because, well, this is kind of the same way. you know, the music helps accentuate the atmosphere that this mod is trying to pull off. And I certainly think it does a very good job at that. Hey. Folks, look where we are. We're back where we started. Dandy. Perhaps I should add more music to the playlist. Experiment around a tiny bit more with the other songs in the list. So it's an interesting thing being given a weapon in a game that, well, doesn't have any combat. But of course, that's a carryover of the game that this is a mod of. That's the interesting thing about this being a mod, is that you're gonna have carryover things, like the weapons, even if they don't serve any use. You're given a weapon to never use it. Well, perhaps unless you're just, like, messing around, but... I'm so used to walking down this hallway and seeing, you know, the 2 Combine and the 2 other people here. This is where you get a gun for the first time. Well... if it weren't just nothing. I'm not gonna say this is 100% like the entire vibe or what exactly it's entirely making me feel, but this... Give me a second. I'm just checking... Yeah, I don't know why it's... Okay, whatever. No, not Netgraph 9! Certainly, there's a certain amount of this that, like, reminds me of Everywhere at the End of Time, you know. Which is a beautifully terrifying album. Or set of albums, I should say. Or complete work. Perhaps the world has forgotten everybody. Well, everyone except for me, of course. Seeing as, well, I'm the only one still here. I think I'd hate to be the last man on Earth. I'd be exactly what this is, you know. What this kind of feels like. Unrelentingly lonely. Oh, great. My flashlight has seemed to given out. I need... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I can't use my flashlight. Great. Well, that was a good track. What's background song? Is this the main menu music? Sometimes trying to narrate something like this is hard, especially when there's, you know... This is a lot of remixes of Self-Esteem Fund. Still no flashlight. Concerning. Maybe I should try Kalaba Yao model. As far as I know, that's a regular Half-Life 2 song. Ha! The music distorts when you're underwater. I forget the NPC's name who normally lives in here. Oh, I've got my flashlight back. Thanks for the help, kid, even if I don't need it. Loading screen. Okay then. Alone at the edge of the universe, humming a tune. Seems about right. In other news, just kind of to talk about other stuff for a second. The whole thing with, like, I'm making my own piece of VTuber software, part of that's because, there's hopefully not a lot I should have to do. I mean, it's gonna be kind of a significant project, but at the same time, I looked into it. MediaPipe, which is what Vignon already uses for its tracking, kind of, just does have a thing for spitting out the blend shapes that I use for my tracking, so... Playing Geometry Dash right now. Pull me up, just like in the background. I'm not doing a whole lot. My phone is going crazy. I'm surprised with Ash reacting to my messages that they're not here. Or, well, message. Darn, no radio signal. Come on, nobody left their radio station playing something? Darn people, they had too much time to turn off all their crap. Bit weird just walking through here, considering the fact that, you know, usually I'd be fighting for your life. Merely dreaming over snow. I hate to be too existential or, you know, downer about things. It's very unproductive. Thinking of insignificance is, well, you know. While there is certainly an objective truth to just how small we are compared to the scale of the universe, we're certainly not small compared to, well, when it comes to what we've managed to do. We're quite an impressive lot for a bunch of specs. Siren sounds like the goddess who promises endless apologies of paradise. Nixus, you're sounding like a poet, and I'm assuming you're quoting this from somewhere. Where I'm supposed to go here? Oh, no, never mind. I remember. No barnacle bowling for us, unfortunately, though. Water. Water, my worst enemy. I'm scared. Do I seriously have to do this? Oh, no, I don't. I can probably drown. Just may not be able to see the bar. And I'm scared oh, okay. It's been a while. I need to go back and replay I'm scared. I need to actually finish the game. I didn't do that the last time because I didn't have all the achievements. I'm scared, I will certainly say, also does kind of have this vibe as well in certain spots. The whole... you're alone in places where you normally wouldn't be. I mean, again, the thing why it's particularly effective with this game is just because this is a mod of an existing game. You have preconceived notions whenever you play a game like this again of what exactly it's gonna be like, but unless she can make it right, so things are different tonight. We'll go together in flight. I mean, one of my other, perhaps personal favorite horror things that kind of dabbles in the more Lovecraftian unknowable horror is probably the Mario ROM hack. So, Dream Suite in C major. Wow. What a nice canal. Normally I'd be chased by, like, a helicopter. Unfortunately here, there's just a whole bunch of nothing. Well, I guess there's the looming mega structure over there. So, that's the song I'm quoting. I'll make sure to check it out later. I'd say that, okay, well, this is kind of a hot take, but also not really, because it's a rather commonly held thing. Especially when it comes to, like, whenever you start discussing liminal space stuff. I don't like the Backrooms fandom wiki's interpretation of the lore. I really don't. I'm not a huge fan. I don't hate when you add entities to the Backrooms. I think that, like, Kane Pixels does it in a very tasteful manner. But, the Backrooms fandom wiki is just a bit too much. A lot of the interpretations are often a tiny bit too much. Like, especially with, like, the Backrooms and, like, a format like film, you can't just have nothing happen the whole time. That's not a very enjoyable film to watch, but it's important that, especially in the Backrooms, yes, you can have entities. Use them sparingly. And don't make them, like, over-the-top ridiculous, like, whatever that... Like, you'll see, like, especially, you know, I've just been gently exposed to a whole bunch of the, you know, fandom wiki-related stuff with, like, partygoers and whatever, and it's like... What? That's just... Why? That's not scary. Also, level 9, not level run, how cliche. How cliche. I guess also the thing there is that it's a very not coordinated community writing effort. It's not SCP, that's also, you know, because SCP's a coordinated writing effort, but somehow SCP has managed to stay relatively consistent quality-wise. There's good quality control with SCP. This is not an area you go normally. Kinda interesting to be up here, to be honest. What was even the point of going through that back area? Not much, to be honest. Oh. I actually got the pistol. Also, I can't scroll to change weapons because I rebound that to... It's rebound to jump. I jump. Speedrunning keybinds, that's what it is. Okay, well actually, that's very handy for this. Just so I don't hurt myself. There's normally a dude here. Of course, here. Not really much of anybody, is there? Ah. Certainly, again, with the back rooms, there's a lot that you can do just playing off of the simple thing of atmosphere and building anticipation. I might make a specific video about, like, I've thought about doing this as one of the other, like, ramble ideas bouncing around in my head is how to structure horror properly. A lot of people really don't know how good horror is structured. I've definitely talked to you about it, Inxus. Just in the fact that, you know, horror actually is kind of related to comedy in a way. You gotta have... Comedy is oftentimes about, you know, you have the setup and then you have the punchline. Horror is surprisingly much the same way. Horror feels dry with all punchline and no setup, so... This game is so lonely without anybody here except, of course, yourself. Yeah. And that's one of the big reasons why I expressly did not want to do a call for this one. Which I'm sure you understand, like, just, you know, for me playing it why, because having other people being able to just talk to me, like, because, like, chat is one thing, but having people just in my ear, especially with the group that we have, where they'll just go and talk about whatever while they're in my stream channel, which I don't particularly like, but like, you know, with the group that we have, where they'll just do that, not exactly not too great a thing to just have a whole bunch of people rambling in my ear. Doesn't give me the breathing room to just soak in the atmosphere. Chat people are more my echoes per se than, you know. Chat in a lot of ways here kind of just acts more like an echo. It's something that I can much easily just kind of still immerse myself because I'm not hearing the sound of somebody talking. Spinny thing that I hate and has killed me before, I'm leaving you behind. I should get some water though. I said get some water. I'm already in the water. I don't know why my brain said that. I do want air though. Air is good. I wonder if some of this is from the Error soundtrack. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, that's a mod I gotta play one of these days on stream, even if I've already played it before and seen it before and what have you. I really like Error. That'll probably be another one where it would be better for me to not be in a call for it. Because error is largely about atmosphere. Error is like the quintessential good horror mod for Portal 1. So then we come back to the thing of, you know, am I alone? Or the other question of what happened here? There's blood on the wall. Who left it? Clearly they're not here anymore, but... And how old is this? I mean, it looks fresh. Crowbar! I love just playing games like this and then randomly being reminded of, like, silly Hunt Down the Freeman, quotes. I don't know. Hunt Down the Freeman has done irreversible things to the Half-Life community. Oh my gosh, it's lagging. I don't know why. Random lag spikes. The game's too good. These supply crates aren't ever of much. The game is having a mental breakdown. Ow. That's an interesting decision. There's nothing to do in this room anymore. Normally you'd have to go over to that end and like activate a valve so you can fill up the room with water, but not here. Still have to do this though. Kinda got the groove down. Ah! Don't know why I was just like forced down, but okay. Oh my gosh. Let me up and out of here. I don't know why I was just sent down to the bottom again. Occasionally I seem to like enter like a fall mode. Like I'm back in air. Okay, there we go. That had to be quick. No time for dilly-dallying. Another loading screen. Man, you can generally get through this pretty quick with no one here. I mean, it's been, what, 55 minutes? And well, actually, this isn't that far, but I could go faster if I tried, but that would kind of defeat the purpose. Part of this whole experience is just kind of basking in it, and you can't really do that if you're trying to go quickly. Or not well, I should say. Not like I can't, but it's just not going to be very... I don't know. It is certainly much faster, though, when you don't have any combat to worry about. Certainly still faster, I should say. Miscellaneous, not exactly useful supply crates, though. I have all the ammo I could ever need, considering I don't need any of it. Sometimes I get a little bit worried when my model doesn't seem to be actually blinking. Love the sound of love the sound of a Geiger counter. Ow, that still hurts.
Hazardous radiation levels detected.
This is gonna be an odd section. Shantytown. No people and, oh, weirdly enough, no headcrab shells. I mean, you know, that's what happens when you go through this normally. There's just Combine, you know, they know where you are. They just start raining headcrab shells upon this place to try and stop you from doing what you're doing. Which, I mean, if they did that now, that would not be a whole lot. I haven't done very much. Granted, I don't think the Combine exists, so... Well... At least my good old pal the airboat is still here. And with working headlight too, so... Wow. I'm used to rather hype music playing during parts like these. Especially during the airboat chapters. Not here. If I can, this stream might get edited down. Since, I mean, it's just gonna be a lot of me talking. I don't know. If I can focus, I'll try. I'll just play a random song. There's the load screen. I knew it was somewhere nearby. Man, I really am alone. There are 8 people watching and only 1 person talking. I assume the other people just have me on in the background or whatever. Can't blame him. I'll do that too sometimes. So, you know. There is, in fact, moving cloud cover. Huh. Wait. Is this a place you've always been able to go? I've never been back here. This might be an area that's added on. Okay. Also, Nixus, I was watching a video about Pinata World, Puppy World earlier, and how it's getting like a recode. And I just got And they talked about how they're using Minecraft as one of their development tools, and I'm totally stealing that idea for Among the Whispering Woods. Low-key, that might become the way that probably should be the way that we design the town. At least in its very base layout. Rough jump. Did not mean to do that. No supplies to be picked up here. Unfortunately, I still have to do this puzzle. Well, puzzle in air quotes. It's not really much of a puzzle, even in the normal game. Well, I mean, I guess you could still call it a puzzle, but it's just like an extremely simple physics puzzle, so. Physics! I love physics. That's why I love Gary's mod so much. All them physics. And the programming too. I still need to mess with SCP containment breaches scripting system. Haven't gone around to that. Been too busy doing whatever else. And honestly, more productive things, so. Bap. Why do I have a headache? I don't know. Good for you. I mean, yeah, like, the other day I literally was quite productive. It was good. I should be more productive, to be honest. That's probably what tomorrow's gonna try and be. Either productive on VT Fury, the VTuber program, or on the game that I should be working on. Either of them, really. Hopefully soon enough I will be unshackled from Unity. And others maybe as well. That's the other important thing about my VTuber software. I'm 100% open sourcing it. So that other people can do cool stuff with it. Not only that, but that's going to be semi-important to how it's actually going to work. Because the point is that even though you use PCKs to load it into the main program in order to create your avatar, at least for the first while, I may have to wait a time. There may come a time with my program where you can just load a VRM. But at least how it's going to start out is you're going to need to open the Godot editor in order to make an avatar. No way they'd missed out on making you have to go through this set piece. Yeah. The gates are in fact closed, so I was gonna have to go through this like normal. Well, as normal as this is. I have a feeling I'm going the wrong way. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It's not a turn into nowhere, it's a turn into a ladder. Ladders, ladders, ladders. Surprisingly well lit in here. Good. Dr. Brain would normally be on here yapping about us, but, or me, but there ain't no Brain here. Oh, look. Useless grenades. No doors. No doors. Do they still have the emplacement gun over here? Yes, they do! There's an ad break, but I shall press on anyway.
Black beer and Diamondback are very good. Very fun. I don't know if I'll do it right now, though.
I freaking hate ad. Well, okay. Look at it this way. It makes me money. And at least it's not pre-roll ads. At least you don't get an ad as soon as you come onto my stream most of the time. Actually, well, you do because you're on really early, but like other people who come in don't have to sit through an ad in order to just watch. Well, time for the walk back. Another emplacement gun. Not sure I've ever noticed this one. Maybe some jello. Hoppage. Ow. I thought I forgot how to drive in like that short amount of time? Ow. Alright, maybe I have. That was a joke. Stop proving me correct. Ow! I need to stop looking away. I looked away to look back at my... Man, I'm running into everything. Hitting all the concrete. Maybe some jello. Theoretically, media share is still on. Never turned it off. It's so ruined the mood, actually. Somebody just starts playing, I love refrigerators. I mean, I love refrigerators as much as the next guy, but now is not the time. Vroom vroom. Oh, we're going the cool way. I said the cool way, not the way that makes me crash into a wall and give myself a concussion. Driving in the river. Driving every day. Low-key, I'm vaguely curious what it would be like to actually drive an airboat. Oh, it's this section. Never mind. No helicopter to pursue me. No combine chasing after me on foot. An already open door to a place I thought I may have had to go in. Suppose I was wrong anyway. That section where you get to do a sick trick. Yeah. Not a very far-reaching light. Seems to be more stable than my flashlight, though. It doesn't flicker. Similar to my Kalabi Yao model. Theoretical physicist Gordon Freeman. And last man left on Earth. Apparently. I thought I was full on ammo for that. Pick up one bullet. One singular. That might have been a grenade. Never mind. Don't know. Don't know. The part on top of the pipe. I just vaguely remember that part. Even if it's not very memorable or supposed to be. I keep weaving while looking away at my software. Foolishly. Get out of the way, barrels! No one wants you here. Not right now. Eli's lab is going to be another one of those places that's just going to feel really frickin' weird when we reach it. Considering how bustling that place is supposed to be, even more than Kleiner's lab. Considering the fact that Black Mesa East is just, well, it's kind of one of the central locations of the Resistance, so... This does not look like normal Half-Life 2. Good observation. Because it isn't. Welcome to Half-Life 2 Alone mod, where, no one else, really. I failed that spectacular jump that I think I'm supposed to land. I don't remember needing to do that, but, at least there's a way back, so I could try again. I don't remember needing to jump up here, but, Half-Life Depression mod? Well, I guess that's a description, but... Oh, that's an actually functional thing. Interesting. I'm gonna take the faster way, sorry. I do not remember that section of the normal thing. Got a drone controller thingy? Cool. Once upon a time, we got a drone. A very small one. No idea where it is. Or at least I don't. My father might, but... Frivolities. This is the cheapest one I could find that wasn't from AliExpress. Ah! I see. Fun. Time for another one of these physics puzzle things. But I... There we go. Don't have a drone, just a controller? I see. $60 for a controller. That's a tiny bit ridiculous. Ow. Can't believe I failed that jump. I gotta find a way to do it again. How'd you get a controller if you don't have a drone? Ow. The other ones they have are 300 bucks? Oh. Jeez. Play a simulator? Okay, I see. That makes more sense. I keep kind of trying to press control in order to like go into third person like it's Gary's mod, but do I even technically need to stop here? No, but I will anyway. Whole lot of nothing. I'll continue on. No gun here. No need for one anyway. I mean, what am I gonna do with a gun on a boat? Shoot nothing? Shoot the non-existent combine? Half expected for the gate to fall down like it normally does. Didn't happen. I didn't hit that sick jump. Bang. A drone costs anywhere between $100 and like $800. Yeah, drones can get extremely expensive. Especially if you like have one of the fancy ones that come with like a pair of goggles for POV flying. I mean, those are cool, but they're expensive. This controller is way better than a cheap Xbox controller. Yeah, I'll believe that. I'll believe that. This area is kind of eerie, even normal Half-Life 2, but here I have those wind chime noises. Watching Interloper has somewhat, like, completely, like, ruined some Half-Life 2 sounds for me. Oh, hi, Jammer. You're back. Like, yeah, those, the wind chime sounds making me think of Interloper. I'm getting out of here. I see you still have your badge. Nice. I'm sure I'll do another event with a badge again some other time. Actually, I'll definitely do it for this year's stream, for this year's Halloween Horror-thon. Ow. Should not. Okay, note to self: do not run into the explosive crates. Kind of self-explanatory, but still need that note to self. Airboat. Also, they make you think of Limbus Company. Is Limbus... Apparently! I swear! One day, one day, like, I just start hearing about it en masse, and and I don't understand the hype. Plus, like, I'm gonna be honest, Limbus Company, inherently worse game than this one. I'm sorry, I just can't beat Peak. Again, though, I haven't played it, so I'm one to talk, really. One to talk, but I'm also the one playing the game. If there's one thing about Limbus Company, though, it's not like you're gonna be, like... I don't know. Not like a legitimate, like, what would actually be a cognito hazard. Because, I mean, real definition of a cognito hazard is, like, just knowing it hurts. Knowing about it hurts. Dangerous knowledge. We are not a lawn care company. Donk. The controller is like spikes on the thumbsticks for some reason and it hurts. Interesting way to design a controller, I guess. Not sure why I came in here, other than I'm so used to needing to come in here for something. Never got the 357, just realized that. And I'm at the end of root canal, so I should have by now. Interesting how such... I'm used to there being a set piece there. I'm used to there being some sort of fight. But, now... There isn't. Wait, so I was two joysticks, two smaller joysticks, two shoulder buttons, three position switches, one toggle switch, and a scroll. Okay then. That's a very intricate controller. That was very pointless. I know basic ABH, so... Oh, come on. Don't want to go off the edge now, do I? It can still use it wired? Okay. Driving off the... Ow! Ow! I didn't do that. Oh. Time for probably what's going to be one of the weirdest things to see. Especially because of how many times I've been here, too. I think I tested this a lot when it came to furry life, too, as well. I would test this place pretty stringently. What noises? What noises? Fitting. Used to Dr. Mossman being up here. Or somebody. But, no. No one. Error. Usually you'd be able to spot Cheeple back here. One of his, like, 2 appearances in the entire game. But, nope. This is so weird. It's so well lit, but there's no one. Not sure those camera feeds had anybody on them to begin with. Cremator head. It's still here. The most expensive controllers, 500. Dang. Okay. I was supposed to go. Though I suppose nobody was here to receive me. I don't know where that goes. Suppose you've met Dr. Mossman. Yeah, she's the reason why I spend so much time outside. This is like a completely new area. Oh, this is complete. No, wait. This map's been expanded. I'm just sitting here like, I mean, you see these coming down the elevator, you see these places, and then, well, I mean, here's one of them. Where does this go? On. I could get 2 3D printers and a VR headset with that money. True. I could get a new graphics card, which I need. Ugh. Specs. Oh, I don't have a specs command. Maybe I should make one. I have a I forget what my CPU is off the top of my head, but I have a GTX 1660 Super as my graphics card. So I could just go to Ravenholm. Not going to, not yet. I will donate half of my GPU. Don't have to. I mean, I don't have the thing, like the pop-up here, but I do have like a Ko-Fi if you want to ever donate me money for whatever. Doesn't matter. I mean, my current goal on there is buying another outfit for Fenu, which all of the outfits have been adapted to Fenu now, so... Okay, I can still... Well... Not much point sticking around here. What an awkward placement for a loading zone. You remember my wife Ozian, don't you? That picture and Alex were all I managed to carry out of Black Mesa. Evidently, not much was left after that. The games either run at 8K 240 FPS or 240p 8 FPS. VR chat consistently performs terribly for me, which I think is just a VR chat problem, but as well, but you know. Okay, well this, other than there not being zombies here, this literally just feels like Ravenholm. Have to go check. Nope, no interloper here. Dude, it's definitely a VR problem. A VR chat problem or a VR problem because I don't have a good enough graphics card. VR, okay. Yeah. The gravity gun, we get the power paint splats. These still work, though they're incredibly useless. You look like a 2070 Super guy. Man, I wish. I wish. I mean, I used to have a dual RX 6600 and AMD GPU, but then water got spilled on it by accident, so that card died. Not too happy about that. Oh, okay, it's ad break time. I guess I'll just continue wandering around Ravenholm in the meantime. Collecting ammo that doesn't matter. Well, maybe except for this. No Father Grigori. No one to talk to. Just... There's not even a reason to go in here. I know the fence isn't electrified from the little I played the other day. There isn't much of a reason to come in here. Oh, shut up, Nightbot. Actually, I don't really care about it. Parkour! Parkour, parkour! I need every game ever to have a drone mod, even this, where it would kind of ruin the ambiance. Or might ruin the ambiance, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, to be fair, there would be other issues with it too, like the fact that the skyboxes are very incomplete. There are many spots in normal gameplay where you can kind of just see the bounds of the skyboxes. So... I love hitting loading zones. Wow, nice graffiti. What is the point of this hallway? What architect designed this? They need to get fired immediately, because that's... I never realized this, because normally, like, you're fighting zombies, but, like... There's just a wall. Like... Like, no simulators have VR for some reason, and I thought... Even though people use the weird VR stuff. Okay. Is this the window that I can specifically... Oh no, I need to break the window first. Whoopsies. Could do that with that one too, but I just... didn't realize it. Raven Home in normal gameplay feels eerie, but this just feels wrong. I mean, this is the creepy zombie-ridden town, but... And there's the sound I hate. Hallway 1. Hate it. That one sound makes me feel so much anxiety. The soundscapes in this mod, I do have to say, are really good. Certainly sells the vibes, the atmosphere even more. It's just... The soundscapes are doing a really good job at that. I'm sure it could possibly be even more eerie if I just turn the soundscapes off, but... Horror's not really complete without some sort of ambience, to be honest. It's about the atmosphere, and oftentimes ambient stuff helps build that. Just the general thing of just hearing the wind, birds that you can't see. Sometimes even strange wind chimes or undefinable noises. Again, hallway 1. Or even, you know, crickets. Just the sound of crickets. Nothing. Nothing, I guess. Maybe there's a zombie there normally. I don't have a 357. I wish I did, but I don't. Okay, just... have a shotgun, but no fast zombies to use it on. Nothing even to protect this elevator against. Oh. I forgot who I was watching for a second and thought you were someone else. Huh. Interesting. Not sure I've ever done that, but okay. You're just going around. It's like, who is this guy? Why is he talking about like fast zombies? Things are missing, my friend. Good, I think my headache's starting to go away. Don't know what's up with that. What's up with that? You damage me when you spark? No, you don't. More blood from... or semi-fresh looking blood from an undiscernible source. Another head crab. Canister. This is the loading zone. Imagine for a second that you're playing this. And I know they won't because it goes against everything, but just like... there's like a specific crying sound that I think you can hear somewhere in Ravenholm normally. I'm just imagining that playing somewhere in here, in this version where there's just no one else. I just remember the dream where I broke into a nuclear reactor that was having a meltdown. Sounds like a very exciting dream. I had a dream a couple nights ago where I got shot. Very much felt like it. Oh my gosh, that... Look, that dream was kind of scary. It was more of a nightmare. Or that part of it, per se. I've used guns in dreams, but not on people. I don't know exactly what's going on. Well, I vaguely remember, but... Parkour, parkour. 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 Hits off the chair. Oh yeah, I did get shot in a dream, but luckily I don't feel pain in my dreams. I didn't exactly feel pain either, but like... Kind of weird to say, but like I felt myself die. Or something. Then I respawned. Not exactly the best choice of words there either. Not exactly sure how to describe it, but... Interesting, okay. I've not been doing a whole lot of running because speeding through this does not feel right. I gotta take time. Soak it in. I swear I just saw something in the corner, like on the corner of my screen. It wasn't like something. I mean, it was something, but it looked like a graphical bug. Weird glowing square of no draw madness. This isn't a self-esteem fund remix. Kinda glad about that. There's a lot of those. This is... Is my walk button bound? Or did they remove the walk button? I'm pressing Alt and I don't feel the difference in speed. You know, normally this isn't normally this is, you know, a kind of an action section. You've got Gregoria with you and you're going against the zombies, but now it's just... sad. Wonder how many of these graves Gregoria maybe made. I don't know. Not like he's here now. Especially with this music. Alienated, I suppose. Well, we're out of Ravenholm. At least that's kind of a good thing.
Major fracture detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Okay, back to max health. Did not mean to do that. All several stories and almost to my death. Did not mean to do that either. I was trying to scroll for weapons, but I always forget how to get out of here. Gordon juice. Oh. That time of the stream, why not? Wait for it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Walking through an empty mine shaft. View effects. Ooh. Gordon breath. You know, I might turn on the weather again. You know, this is usually where you meet Combine snipers for the first time. Annoying. Some of the most annoying enemies, kind of, but, Not here. Not now. Maybe in some other timeline. $179 FOB, what? Messed with the FOV, don't know what FOV I set it to. A hundred FOV is what I usually play at in most games. Not exactly entirely physically accurate rain sounds right now. Oh, AR2. Ow! I forgot that this is where you usually get this is where you get the AR2. I play at 135 for some reason. Alright. 100 is what I'm comfortable with at this point, so. It's what most games get set to. Ultra Kill did things to me. Ultra Kill does a lot to a lot of people. Here's usually where you'd get relayed instructions about your goal now that Eli's been kidnapped, but no one here to do that now. Not now, not ever, perhaps. Oh, did that because there's a loading screen. I see, I see. Oh, the car's just been moved down there. Ow.
Major fracture detected.
Oh, I just already have the Tau cannon. Ow. Ow! That's probably the most, like, noticeable case of, like, a new level popping out, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna turn you off. You're nothing but a... Ultra Kill's a good game. Oh, finally got my hands on the 357. In the past week, the amount of furries in went from 1 to 6 somehow. Impressive. Impressive. Oh, the headlights actually work on this one. I don't believe they work in the base game, but they certainly work here. I know one of the vehicles in the base game like has a headlight, but you just can't actually use it. I don't have to, but I'm gonna just come to every one of these for the sake of, well, a lot of these are set pieces normally. There's something to do here. Some reason to come here. Supplies, mostly. Heck, there's these binoculars. Looking at the faraway town, but not like I need very many supplies. I'm already pretty much sad. Also, to turn off those darn thumpers, they're so annoying. Listen, for me, it's kind of the more furries that you know personally, the better. Depends. Of course, depends on, like, the furry. But, you know, most of the time, pretty chill. Sometimes I'll just have people messaging me on Bark. Okay, the rain has gone away. Oh, the engine sounds cut out there for a second. It's just the 2% of them that actually suck. Yeah. Get me out of there. Oh. Source engine V physics, everybody! Even if the source engine physics are pretty good, you can still have that happen. Happens to the best of us. Thumper, no thumping! Oh gosh, okay. I'm sure normally there'd be people here. And a reason to come. For us as the player, but, right now... How much of that now is there? Not much reason, I should say, other than just exploring. Coming here to see it, but not much else. And maybe because it's a required place to go. No need to wander around, though. Ah. See, Odessa, I knew you'd leave it behind. I'm blowing up these chairs. No reason, just wanted to. What a cozy little house. Okay then. Well, I suppose I'd best be on my way. Not much to see here, unfortunately. Certainly, this is not one of my sillier streams. Of course, that's kind of the point. Sometimes you gotta be a little morose. Sometimes it's just one of those days. One of the other big reasons why I did this was also just because, like, I booted it up the other day, and I was like, hey, this is what I should stream on Wednesday, so that's become what it is. This is just a walking simulator? I suppose you could call it that? Most certainly, that is a description. I mean, you're not here for the gameplay. I know I'm certainly not. You come here for the vibes. It's crane time, baby! Come on, I'm trying to magnet that. Wrong way, wrong way.
Major fracture
Detected. The power of the gravity gun, everybody! I don't know if I'm supposed to be driving up here. Maybe. Maybe. I love walking simulators. I love them when they're done well. I think this one's pretty good so far. Good and well are different, however, so I should have worded that better. I think this one's doing pretty well as a walking sim, despite the Half-Life 2-ness. Oh. Got another Voidwalker achievement. Yay! Or part of the Voidwalker achievement, I should say. Guess that section isn't in the game normally. And I've trapped myself, except for, just seeing if it's breakable. Oh, so I am supposed to drive this way. Give me a second. Gotta head back to the crane. You wanna see what's called a pro gamer move? Come on. I did this earlier! Okay, whatever. Whatever. Ba-dum. So true. I'm pro. On second thought, I might have to go move my car first.
Major fracture detected. Minor fracture detected.
Minor fracture detected.
Okay, now it's really time to let out those pro gamer moves. Yep. Other than being obstructed by the prop, I did it, so... Haha. Up we go. Up we go. What about what? Running simulator? Don't forget car driving simulator. There's a lot of car driving. And airboat driving. We were doing that earlier. When it wasn't raining. Wall emoji. Yeah, so true. Oh, that was quite the stutter. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I've been set on fire and thrown. Okay. I'm so... Wow. Okay, now this is... You're kind of ruining the vibe, but alright. I don't mind, especially with the silly redeems. Foxy! So many things are happening, oh my gosh. Now I'm on fire though, so... Somebody set me on fire. It was Speedy. Speedy set me on fire. And I keep having things thrown in my face. And thrown. Maybe I need to up those prices. I mean, you could say it's Half-Life 2. In a manner. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? Break. That was 600 points? Yeah. Fine, I'll leave them the same prices. Orang. Yeah, Speedy Mule set me on fire. That's what happened. I've been set on fire. Where am I supposed to go? I forget. Magma, yeah. But I ain't a magma guard. Oh! That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Come back here, car. Toaster, welcome to Half-Life 2 Alone mod, where everything's just kind of, I mean, vaguely depressing. And people rediscover channel points, they've started doing stuff. Guys, remember, exclamation point boop is a real command. Okay, boop is not listed on the Nightbot commands, because boop is a Vignon command. So, but just try it. Trust me. Yeah. I've been booped. All the boopage. Oh yeah, I've only used a grenade a single time. Why are there two Roblox related commands? Because those are old. Like really old. Before I attempted to commit to becoming a streamer, kind of old. That's how old we're talking. On a dark desert highway. Okay, this is kind of desert highway, but is it before you were furry old? Yes, I think. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. I could be wrong with that. I could be wrong, but subscribe. The YouTube command is very old at this point, but it is subscriber to my YouTube. I need to add like more stuff, and I should add like I think I added alert command. It just says you're gonna lurk in chat. I'm no longer on fire. Yay. Melancholy. You know about Nightbot song requests? That is a thing. I don't know how to set it up, and I've never set it up, but maybe I'll set that up for the game dev streams. That'll be a game dev stream thing where you guys can request songs as long as they're copyright free. Don't want my like game soundtracks, that's fine. I don't want my you better be lucky there's a cooldown. Oh hey, it's the map from Spooky Coast! You know, Toaster, at some point I gotta show you Interloper if you haven't already. I'm gonna show all of y'all Interloper. Interloper is my favorite source engine related, like, web series ARG thing. Used it once and people played songs that would get my video age restricted and blocked in Russia, and if I didn't stop the— oh, okay, yeah. I don't know how to get up there. But, what's with Russia and blocking my videos? Russia just be like that. Russia is Russia, what do you expect? I've already been in here. Well, let's try to not get my car stuck and to continue on the bridge. Why don't I go underneath? Usually need to go underneath the bridge at this part. And of course not here, there's nothing stopping me. I could have probably still gone and done what you'd normally do in that segment, but you know what, not right now. Okay. Isn't YouTube banned in Russia anyways? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I'll start doing TF2 streams at some point for no reason. I don't remember this section. I'm not sure if YouTube instead, or just VPN, yeah. I'm not sure I remember this. I don't think I've ever been in here. Okay. Moving 3D space simulator. I guess that's one way to describe it. Multi-story house. Wait, or is this the spooky... No, this isn't the spooky host. It was the last one. Tank. Did not mean to break those! Sorry to whoever's liquor that was. Opinion on Fractal Block World, if you know what that is. I've seen it before. It seems very wacky. I watched a video about it, like, a really while ago. It's just an aging, rotting house. It took a decade to make, apparently. Oh, impressive. Still can't go through there. I mean, I would not be surprised by that. That's like, it's a very impressive thing. Oh yeah, there's like a program that got a bunch of different Rubik's Cubes. Note down on it. Okay. I've never been able to solve a Rubik's Cube, admittedly. Wow. I solved a Rubik's Cube in 50 seconds. Impressive. Nice. Yeah, I can't do that. Well, I suppose we'll just have to move on. Then I forgot how to. Fair, it's a skill you gotta practice. Don't want to fall off there. Come on, car. And it's raining again. Well, thanks to whoever put all the batteries in before they disappeared. Certainly, I'm not a huge fan of having to find these batteries. It's not like it's too hard, but just doesn't mean there's a lot to do. Tau cannon. I love the Tau cannon. All right. Time to say goodbye to the car. I'll at least do a nice parking job. Well, usually there'd be people here to greet me. Right before the dropships start coming. Spitting out a whole bunch of Combine soldiers. I mean, this is the part of the game where they really start just throwing those at you. I think this is one of the first times as well that you might meet an elite. I think there's been too many times when I've been up in this building. I'm gonna be honest. I do not remember seeing this. You downloaded on a forum? Makes sense. I've already got 3 grenades, which was apparently the maximum amount of 5 grenades. Never mind. I was about to like, apparently 3 grenades is apparently all Gordon Freeman can handle. I'm still streaming? Yeah, this is like, this is a normal amount of time that I stream. I usually stream this long. I don't know how it's somehow raining indoors, but I don't know. You know, I might as well go to the top of it, even if... The source code hasn't changed since 123. Never played Half-Life 2 or its predecessor. Plot? This is the wrong place. Makeshift indoor rain, yeah. This is the wrong place to be looking for the normal plot of Half-Life 2. This is the Half-Life 2 alone mod, so very intentionally, everybody's been removed. So far, I'm the only person here. So... In some ways didn't know you could come in here, but makes sense. Don't know why you wouldn't be able to. It's glass, so... Alright, let's keep moving on. Up next is... running a little down here. Normally we'd be on our way to rescue Eli from a prison, but I haven't heard anything about that here. Well, haven't seen another soul, so... Usually the sand here would be especially dangerous, but considering the fact that there are no antlions, I can walk in the sand as much as I want. So... already done plenty of that. Turned off all the thumpers, they don't really do anything. Alrighty, a post-apocalyptic environment where the only one who survived after taking a deal with the immortal snail and are actively searching for said snail to finally end your misery. I mean, I was talking about this earlier. I had a story idea for something similar to this, but you know, an original story. That may be finished at some point. I was gonna make it like an RPG Maker game. But right now I've got other things to work on. Like my own piece of VTuber software, so yeah. Explanation of the environment, nuclear war. I mean, it's not exactly what happened here, but there's not really an explanation for what happened here. Just is. Not sure I've taken the time to explore like these little small jacks here and sand traps. Okay, AR2 ammo. Helpful. I mean, if there was gunplay, certainly very helpful. There's a random puzzle button, yay. Nice. There we go, I've turned on the flashlight. I can further tweak this if I want to. Okay, there we go, I've made that jump. There's probably another more legitimate way to get up here, but oh, well, partly there's this. Heh. Ah! 3x3x13! Oh, you're gonna be there a while. I can assure you that. I swear I just heard somebody drop a grenade, but that cannot have been actually there. So good, the thumper's already off. I hate the sound these things make. Not even sure I could turn it on. The controls don't even seem to be working. Looks to just be a prop. Thank you, GenieCMD, with spheres attached to the upper door. As the chest. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bap. At this time, I'm very well chested. No particular reason, just felt like it. Usually this, I think, is where you'd fight the antlion guard, but, nope, nothing here. Nothing at all. Yeah, and then you'd follow the Vortigaunts over here. There'd be a small encampment. Okay, so imagine a Rubik's Cube, but it's a dodecahedron, and imagine that, but you can turn a side halfway and then turn another side to split in half and make it shape. Black magic. Black magic. Y'all smell very interesting, like mint. Okay, I'm not stepping into that fire. Part of the, like, the other thing that I'm kind of curious about with this mod is there's, there are two endings. I'm not sure what the two endings are. I'm not sure what the endings are. Not sure what that would look like. This kind of mod. Some of these make my computer lag. Yeah. I love how every other gosh darn country calls it soccer, but America just had to be different, and now we as Americans look dumb as F when talking about tackle football around Native Americans. Yeah. Not around non-Americans. It is in fact very odd that we decided to call it soccer instead of football. Okay, so apparently it just happened to start raining as soon as I exited this the cave. I misspoke. Speedy, maybe you should send that to me later. I'm curious about that now. I wonder how insane of Rubik's Cubes I can make. It just gave me a 35 by 30. Hypo verbal update. Yeah. Oh, guys, we're near Nova Prospect. I'm sure this is gonna be weird whenever, It's called P cubes. Okay. Rubik's Cube idea. A D99 divided by D... Torture. Pain. Suffering. I'm playing a very eerie mod, and then there's just like my chat coming up with cursed Rubik's Cube ideas. Amazing. Ow, ow, okay, nope, there's still leeches in the water. Alright. It's a program called P cubed, apparently. Hey Genie, since you're a game dev, do you know how to split screen Roblox on a... Like, what do you mean split screen Roblox? Like, one side of the screen is Roblox and one side is and one side's something else. P cubes. Yeah, okay, P cubes. No. Like, make a Roblox game that's split screen? Roblox and Roblox on both sides of the... Okay. I found the correct way up. I've been playing it non-filtered the whole time, I think. Imagine a 7x7 when you turn... Imagine a 7x7, but when you turn the outside, it turns the inside randomly, but then there's a 3x3 inside of the set. Bro, you're breaking my brain! You're breaking my brain! Oh gosh, my brain was not designed to handle Rubik's Cubes where it's a 3x3, but it's also a 7x7. If we need 2 instances of Roblox on one device, you need to consider your life choices, man. Yeah. For me, it used to be doable with block strap, but even they removed that because it was jank as all heck. Which guy? Do you have a link? I can't find any results about it. By the way, I'm only sending the ones I can actually explain with words. The fact that there are ones even more unexplainable is interesting. Ah, physics. Right over the fire, too. Imagine a ball of 3x3s clipping into each other. I can imagine, but I'm not sure I'll entirely comprehend.
Detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Thank you, HEV suit. You're the only voice that I've heard this entire game that's not mine. For a second, I thought that was a barnacle, but nope, just a ladder. Okay, so, like, are you talking about... So, Draco, are you talking about, like, you have 2 instances of Roblox running at a time? Also, I gotta do that whole thing again. I'll make sure to save next time before I accidentally make the fatal mistake of, Draco, is what you're trying to do, like, have 2 instances of Roblox open at once? I'm not sure I know how to do that on a Chromebook. I mean, stock Chromebook? Yeah, definitely not. Even if it was a Chromebook running Linux, I'm still not sure I'd know how to do that. Especially since most of the launchers have patched it out, for good reason. Imagine a Rubik's Cube, but someone warped it with Photoshop? Wild. I have Linux on my Chromebook? Okay. Then Sober might be able to do that, but multi-instance launching has always been a little bit goofy on anything, so I wouldn't really try it. If you really need it that badly, I'd suggest, like, just if you have a phone or something. Get on the other account on your phone. What's Sober? Sober is the thing that you use to launch Roblox on Linux nowadays. Isn't Sober just an Android emulator? No, actually. This is a fun fact that I know about how Sober works because, what it is that Sober patches the incompatibilities between the small gaps between Linux and Android because Android, of course, uses the Linux kernel. Not much else, to be honest, just the kernel, but it still uses the Linux kernel. So by patching the small incompatibilities, you can actually just you can get Roblox running. It's quite a roundabout way of doing things, but it works. Imagine a Rubik's Cube, but it's squished. Oh, hi, Killer! Welcome. Welcome back. Okay, let me save before something terrible happens again. Because it seems like my quick save keys are fricked up. We are doing some appreciating of the classics in a way they were unintended to be appreciated. By the way, have you found out the... No, I've not found out the lore of the mod. Honestly, I haven't looked that hard. I've been busy doing a lot of other things. Like, literally, I started working on my own VTuber software today. Plus, I got like a game that I'm working on. I got a lot of stuff going on. The My Game song is the Odd Deer is my otter's brother. Okay. I'm curious to see how this VTuber software comes out. Yeah, it's also gonna be like open source. I said this earlier, but you were not here. But it's gonna be like a piece of open source VTuber software. With decent, good tracking and being relatively easy to set up. Besides avatars for the moment, in which case you're gonna have to edit. You're gonna have to make your avatar in Godot, or so you can get it working in the piece of software. Plus, then, I mean, the advantage of just needing to import it in Godot at all is so you can get custom shaders and stuff. Maybe even custom scripting, too. I'm bored as heck. Holy moly, what do I do? My default mood is bored. I mean, you could pay more attention to the stream. We got somebody talking about insane Rubik's Cubes, so... So much just nothing. Kind of what I signed up for, but... Wow. Little crazy just how much nothing there is. Oh, did I... I'm not sure if well-lit Nova Prospect is, like, better or worse than the normal... what it normally is. Sure, Nova Prospect's always kind of a depressing place, but I'm not sure if this is... better or worse. Replies of a comment in the comments section of a femboy roleplay ASMR. People consoling someone struggling with their emotions after coming out to their friends. Peak internet. You know, the internet's sometimes a terrible place, but just as equally. It's oftentimes just as good. My default mood switches between gay and Thai. What? What doesn't appear on stream, Nixus? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Ah. I have a headache. Please help. Trust me, I do too. I don't know what to do about it. I've been booped. I still no, even on like my chat that I see with my two chats merged, like the synchro chat or whatever, I can't see what character you're sending. Summon painkillers. It's not that bad. It's honestly, it just might be that I'm dehydrated. Oh. Summon ibuprofen. Genie, that's the tired emoji. Maybe you know what? Actually, let me go to Cian's avatar full for a second. I mean, I have to go anyway in a bit, but I'll go add like a tired emoji, why not? Is there a Raul say is there a Raul? There's a Raul sleep emoji. Okay, I've added a Raul sleep emoji. There you go. How are y'all Twitchians throwing stuff at Genie? It's a channel point reward and also like emotes. Any emotes posted in my chat. I think it works on YouTube as well, but like any emotes posted in my chat fall on me. I have an idea. Capsule. I don't know what channel points are, but I know not to abbreviate them. Okay. Well, I mean, if you want me to like, channel points are like something you earn on Twitch for like watching my stream. So. Whenever you watch my stream, you get channel points. Tomato. He has to go in a bit, yeah. You know what? Do not see channel points on YouTube, might be Twitch specific. Yeah, it's a Twitch. It's a built-in Twitch feature, so as far as I know, YouTube does not have an equivalent. Plus, I wouldn't be big enough to get that equivalent anyway. So, hi Lambda. Oh my gosh. No thing happened. Me now crying in a corner on YouTube. I've been set on fire. And dancing. I was set on fire, forced to dance, and had a thing thrown at me. Great. And thrown. I had all the things done to me. Most of my redeems. Except for maybe the more expensive ones, but, you know. There's Jesse Juice in my skin. King Sam-a-Lot never. Wow, what a quote of all time. If it didn't happen, then I guess it wouldn't be of all time. I can hear it raining outside. What's with Valve and giant devices just to grab things? Listen, it's fun. This entire area is new? Certainly is raining outside. Don't need either of those because I'm at max. And I have been for the past while. Just ABH'd into a loading zone. I'm a rebel. I stand on the railings. Valve was learning their numbers. I sure hope so. Then we can finally get the Half-Life 3 or HLX or whatever. Is now a good time to mention I'm gay? It's always a good time, bro. Listen, I'm pan, so this is plus like most furry streams are probably like the safest space to talk about that. Or did I already say that? I think you kind of said it, but you know. Well, regardless, now might be a good time for me to go find a cell and take a breather. Aren't like 51% of furries LGBT? Yes, that is like a statistic. A lot of furries are queer. It's how it is. I'm part of the 51%. So am I. There's usually such an there's usually such a good fight in here among the very large washing machines, but I'm not joking when I say that. Listen, man, I understand. Oh, I've never been super up for those sorts of videos, but oh man, I get it. The gayest animal is the giraffe. Incredible. This is normally on fire. It's not. It's not on fire now. Okay. Oh wait, it's this area where I think Alex hangs out for a bit normally. Actually, this might be the tower defense section. Actually, yeah, probably is, but I think I somehow got out all of my best commentary at the beginning. Which is kind of sad, but, you know. Just my thoughts about how this whole thing is going. Because, like, I did say it earlier, but this mod is doing a really good job at just building a really nice sense of atmosphere. Oh. I mean, I'm not... Typically, if, like, people have asked me for, like, sources to give to their parents or something about furries and stuff, I'll point to Fur Science, because Fur Science is really good. But I'm not sure they have any statistics on that. Because that's... Or anything about that, because that's... whack. My mom thinks furs are weird. She's fine with me talking to them as long as I don't become one. I don't think my parents care. So... They know, so... Same with queer people? Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, we got into the real destroyed section here with the giant combine wall. I think this normally tries to crush me. My mom's 8 years older than my dad, and I only just found this out like a week ago. As long as they don't try to convert me. There's an invisible wall here. There, yeah. That's the first time that I've heard a map start playing music on its own in a while. I mean, the first map of the game did that, but, for the rest of it, I've been playing my own music through the music player. But, my parents are both dinosaurs and don't understand the concept of Mickey Mouse technically being a furry, meaning Walt Disney is a furry artist. Well, as with a lot of things, like, well, furry for the most part is a very self-applied label, but Mickey is definitely, you know, he's an anthropomorphic animal, so, you know. Actually, I don't know what my mom thinks furries are. Always the question, to be honest. I mean, I wrote a whole entire thing that I'm not exactly gonna share. That's like, you know, what furry is to me personally, and I've been yeeted. Ah, yes, the everlasting confusion with therianthropy, and even then, therianthropy is something else. You know, This is normally where you'd find Eli, but no Eli here. Anyways, I'm gonna try and fall asleep holding my pillow. I may chime in occasionally if I hear something interesting. Okay. Not really anywhere else to go but to continue onward. I'll just be over here in the corner. That's fine. Nynx has been like that for a while. Dan has been doing that for a while, sitting in a corner. Hey, 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 hey. Though, unfortunately, in general, Blade Walker. More achievement progress. I never disliked furries. I just kind of don't care if they were a furry or not. Yeah. Same here. I never, like, a lot of people do have like the anti-furry phase. I never had that. For a long time, I didn't even know what they really were, to be honest. But and I just kind of became one with various signs beforehand. One of my favorite episodes of Ben 10 is Ben Wolf from, I think it's season 3, I want to say. I also watched like a lot of My Little Pony growing up. A lot of it. So, you know, today I said I was gonna learn Adobe Substance Painter. Didn't end up doing that. Yeah, how that feels. That is... Anti-furries be raging until they see protogens consuming data centers. Yeah. We'll defeat the AI with we'll defeat the AI with not with the fact that it's like a giant bubble, but instead we're gonna defeat it with the power of very hungry protogens. And their want for RAM. Tasty RAM. I was a protogen once. Not right now. Not right now, I'm not. Maybe later. Maybe later. I have completely forgotten where I'm supposed to go. Dude, why am I like so done with life right now? I don't know. Is there like a lever I need to pull or something? I didn't say why. Yeah. I'm tired, I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting tired and my head hurts and it's late and I really should actually just like straight up go to bed, but I saw one of my classmates wearing a t-shirt of a furry. I think it was the one from Has Been Hotel or something. Luna? I've never seen the show, but Luna's very popular. So... Casualties Unknown was my gateway into furry stuff, I guess. peak way to get into peak way, to be honest. Gasu is certified peak. I don't know if they did Kit from Gameverse. Yeah. Sorry for kind of like no clipping a bit. It's just because I don't. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna wander backwards. My gateway to furry stuff was I don't even remember it. It just got nailed into my bloodstream, and I haven't been able to rid myself of it since. I quit fighting a while ago. Listen, for me it was kind of just Roblox. I shan't go into the full entire backstory right now, but yes, me. Okay. It was the click and furry IRL vids. Ah, I see. I see. Ah, yes. That has got many a people. Yeah, can't really blame you there for that one. Totally understandable. The click's just like a normal guy, and then he just like makes content about furry IRL. Although I think it's been a while since he's made any new furry IRL videos. Thanks COVID-19 for that. In this slightly different alternate reality, I'm learning Blender. Huh. I mean, Inxus already knows a good bit of Blender. Hey, wait, how? Blender is all I really truly know. You should buy a clicker and randomly click it midstream. No, no. I don't know how to use anything where you make stuff. I know how to use Godot. I'm seriously confused. How do you get down here? Oh. Oh! Okay, wait. No, I see now. COVID was just like the time when, I don't know. Should very much get off. Have you heard of Block Tales? Yes! I played a bit of it. Not a lot, but a little. I feel like me becoming a furry was kind of bound to happen. Yeah. Same. Like, I look back on it and it just does seem just kind of inevitable. So, you know. To be honest, I'm a bit happier for it. Just cause like I've especially with my new character and stuff, like I've found a way of representing myself in a way more accurately than I really ever have before, even with, you know, Mr. Genie and stuff. None of it I feel is nearly as close to truly me than Genie, than my persona. The click was really my warrior guy right now, yeah. Just call him my guy. Oh, cool, an all-inclusive fandom with cute, neat-looking costumes. Most people discovering furries. True! I think this is the tower defense section normally, actually. Yeah, no it is, because there's the turret boxes. No turret defense for us here, though. Just... more walking. Okay, oh, these people don't suck. Me. Okay, that's... yeah. Low-key, you should have seen me, though, back in the day. Ooh-wee. Mostly just with, like, identity crisis stuff. I was somewhat indecisive about being a furry, just because, like, I don't know. Part of it was just reputation, part of it is just, yeah. Non-compatibility with previous religious beliefs, but... or kind of non-compatibility, yeah. It was a whole slew of things, to be honest. Nova Prospect feels so... just like... this is normally a huge, like, chapter of combat, and it's just... now it's not. Someone died here or something. Just want to get out of here. It's kind of small, and I've been in here for a while. It's a maze. It's a maze. It's a maze. Gordon starves to death in the game. At least it's not raining, and there's nothing coming through that hole in the roof. Okay, you know what? I'm impatient. Have you heard of Star Glitcher Revitalized? Roblox Game of Souls RNG had its RNG replaced with combat and boss fighting with cool ores and stuff. Bro, I've been around since the days of Star Glitcher FE. Of course I know what SGR is. That's how I discovered Halley Labs, which is probably my favorite like EDM producer. So there's a whole lot of Halley Labs music gets used in SGR and Starglitcher FE. Like, I've made a Glitcher script from scratch. I made my own one. Took a really long time and so much effort. Kind of crazy amount of effort, to be honest. Damn, I only started when started SGR when Lagbius was still in the game. FE was the predecessor to SGR. SGR is like not an entire rewrite, but it's such a heavily edited version of FE's original thing that and it's much different style of game than even FE was. That it's just very farly departed. I had Lagbius until they removed it. Now my gambling efforts were in vain. There were some skins that I used to have that got removed, like Solitude. Which was the Mayhem skin that played 13 by Astronaut. Of course, then all the data was reset, and not only that, but they removed that skin, so I don't have it anymore. I did manage to get enough orbs to get the one with the version of Rainbow with Rainbow Tylenol again, though, so not a total loss. Finally, we're out of Nova Prospect. We're just gonna teleport into a ruined City 17. What? Is this just any NPCs? It's really what it is unsettling. Well, folks, we're back here in Kleiner's lab, and it's getting very late for me, so you know what? We're gonna come. There's no HEV suit because I've already got it on. I mean, duh. I was just at Nova Prospect. But for now, this is just gonna be where we're gonna have to end it. Let me go up to the Kleiner place. So, I mean, like one other knowing about free cosmetics in SGR, yeah. Yeah. All right, everybody. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna wait for this dance to be up before I actually do my proper outro. Oh, wow. This is actually a Halley Labs song. This is Push Every Button by Mayhem. So this is, yeah. Okay, anyway, thank you for tuning in, those who tuned in. I very much appreciate it. It's been a very interesting... I'm gonna continue on anyway. It's been a very interesting 3 hours and 31 minutes, but unfortunately, I have to go to sleep. I've got some other things. I've also just got some other things to do, so... I will see you all later. Good night, everybody. Good night. Hope you had fun. Or got a bit of a spook. Or less spook, more... Yeah. See ya! Oh crap, I'm just gonna have to go out on fire. Well, bye.